Hello, my name is Jared and I'm with GemFind and very excited to show you some new reports that we've developed inside of JewelCloud. And these reports are designed to give you some great information for your retail business and what's happening on the website and how that can translate into some good decisions as you market your products in your store. The way you access this new report is to go into JewelCloud like you normally would, click on Reports, and then go to this report called Jewelry Chart Report. And you'll get a couple of options at the top, a couple of drop-down boxes. The first one is the vendor. You can drill into a specific vendor, but in this case, we're just going to look at all the vendors that are in this particular instance of JewelCloud. And then over here, you get some date range options. And same thing applies. We have a 90-day default here, but we also give you a bunch of different options you can choose. For now, let's just keep it at the 90-day, and we're going to apply the filter, and we'll see that in the last 90 days for all the vendors on this particular instance of JewelCloud, there have been 39,538 clicks, which is great information. There's a lot of activity on the website, but what do those clicks represent? And we're going to show you that in three different ways. The first way here on the left side of the screen at the top is by item type. What are people interested in and what are they clicking on? And so we can see right away that 32.3% of the clicks are happening under necklaces. That's very important on this instance of JewelCloud. A couple other categories, pendants and links, are doing well, but that dominates, these three categories dominate over half of the clicks that are happening in the last 90 days. Over here on the right side, we're going to look at price points to see what are the most important price points for the consumers. And we see right away that this price point here, the $1,001 to $2,500, is dominating at 31.4%. But then we have two that are almost identical, $2,501 to $10,000, and then $501 to $1,000. So right off the bat, we're able to see that we have three very dominant price points and some very dominant categories. And you can bet that's what this retailer is going to want to really promote when people come to the website. They're going to want to put those particular items and price points first on those landing pages, because that's what people are really looking for based on their click history. And then lastly, down here at the bottom, we're able to see the vendors. What are the vendors that are most important to the consumers coming to this website? And you'll see that Herco is dominating at 54%, this big blue here. And then we have Gem One Corporation, red. We have Imperial Pearls here. They're also doing well. Some of the other ones sort of fall off from there. But this is able to tell you which vendors are really producing items that people are really interested in, and which maybe aren't producing items that people are interested in. Now, if we scroll down the page, we get into the really granular data. This table tells us exactly what people are clicking on and when. And so we're able to see that on the 16th, which is today, February 16th of 2017, all these items were clicked on at the various price points from various IP addresses that represent different vendors. And I can sort this data in all different ways. I can sort by vendor. I can go into the right collections that I want to look for. I can sort it by style number, of course by date, which is the default sorting. And we're able to carve up this data to really get down into the nitty-gritty of what exactly is happening on the website with respect to the people clicking on items. And then one last thing real quick at the top is just to drill into a particular vendor to see what's happening with that particular vendor. This is great to do if they're calling you, if maybe you want to have a conversation with them and tell them what seems to be working and what seems to maybe not be working as well on your website. So in this case, we're drilling into Gem One Corporation. I just picked them quickly. And you can see there are 6,239 clicks that have happened in the last 90 days. And you can tell the various item categories and the price points. Now, of course, all these clicks represent this one vendor, so that report down there won't be terribly valuable. But we're able to tell them over the telephone or in person, here's what the items, the categories that people are really interested in, and here are the price points that people seem to be drilling on. And you can tell that these price points are right in line with what we saw in the aggregate. The $1,001 to $2,500 categories is pulling 44.5%. So this is some great information, just a real quick oversight to help you understand what you have inside of JewelCloud in this report. We'd love to sit down with you to have a one-on-one demo to show you exactly what's happening with your instance of JewelCloud and to tell you how to make the best use of the data that we can provide for you. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to schedule that demo with you today.